Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Atari A to Z Flashback, a series of explorations of the 150 games that make up Atari Flashback Classics for Nintendo Switch. Today's game is Warlords. This was a 1981 release from Atari, following a 1980 arcade machine. Speaking in 2011, developer Carla Mininsky claimed that despite the fact the arcade game actually made it to market first, the Atari 2600 version was developed first, based on a big list of game concepts that Atari kept in their office. And Mininsky claims that Warlords was the first time that an arcade game had been derived from a console game rather than the other way round. Now, Warlords has remained consistently popular over the years thanks to its simple but competitive gameplay for up to 4 players. There's been several remakes over the years, including Nintendo DS and Xbox Live Arcade, and the latter version supported the Xbox Live Vision camera so you could video chat or get your knob out while you were playing. And Working Designs even incorporated an 8-player take on Warlords as a secret Easter egg on the making of disc for Lunar Silver Star Story on PlayStation. As with a number of other classic retro properties from the period, a new version of Warlords is set to arrive on the Intellivision Amico, assuming that console ever makes it to market. But today we're playing the original, so let's go play Warlords.
Okay, welcome back once again to Atari Flashback Classics, where today we are playing the one and only Warlords, which is a pretty legendary game for the Atari 2600. It's one of the best multiplayer games on the platform. And as we heard in the intro, one of the few examples of a console game being developed first and then an arcade game being developed from that, supposedly anyway, according to the original developer. Anyway, let's have a look at the manual. Introduction. Oh, we've got a story. I love these. Once, long ago in a distant land, lived a king named Frederick. He took very good care of his subjects and pretty much let the kingdom run itself. One day, King Frederick and his wife, Queen Christina, decided to start a family. To their surprise, Queen Christina soon gave birth to quadruplets, 4 healthy sons all at once. The king and queen were overwhelmed. Excuse me. The years passed quickly, and Frederick's sons Dominic, Marcus, Philippe, and Restivo grew to be strong young men. But they were nothing like their kind and peaceful father. They were just the opposite. The 4 sons of King Frederick fought constantly over anything and everything. Their fighting was so fierce that even the normally unconcerned Frederick became concerned. Left to his violent and competitive sons, his peaceful kingdom could very well be destroyed after he was gone, or perhaps even sooner. The solution King Frederick decided upon was drastic, but he knew it had to be. Dominic, Marcus, Philippe and Restivo were banished from their homeland and sent far away to a forbidden land. There they became warlords, dividing their newly acquired territory into 4 equal sectors, which, incidentally, was the first and last thing they ever agreed upon. They then took to building their own castles, after which the battling resumed and never ended. They stopped catapulting fireballs and lightning balls at one another only long enough to rebuild their damaged and war-torn castles. After repairs were made, the fighting always began again with renewed ferocity. So King Frederick's warlords have been battling for many centuries, and now it's up to you to carry on their long-standing feud. Dominic, Marcus, Philippe and Restivo have been locked inside this game program, TM. They've stored up enough fireballs and lightning balls so that they'll never run out, and neither will you. They can hardly wait to do battle. So good luck, you're in for some fierce competition. Alright, if you've not come across Warlords before, the concept is very simple. You have a castle, you have a shield on the outside of the castle, with which you can bounce a fireball around, and your aim is to knock down the walls of the other warlords and kill them. Simple as that. So the first person or computer player to win 5 battles wins the war. So there are 23 different games in this, with various variations. So let's see what those different variations are. Warlords has 3 main variations: number of players 1, 2, 3, 4, or doubles. In doubles, 2 players control 2 shields each. The computer operates any unused shields. So the second variation is ball speed, so fireball or lightning ball. Fireballs are slow and lightning balls are fast. And thirdly, you can play ricochet or catch mode. So ricochet means that the ball rebounds off your shield whenever contact is made. The catch feature means that the ball sticks to your shield when you hold down the red controller button before contact is made. The ball comes off the shield at high speed when you release the button. And then games 21, 22 and 23 are special versions for young children. The gameplay is slowed down considerably. All 3 games feature ricochet rather than catch, and all 3 have fireballs. The only difference in the 3 games is the number of players, 4, 3 or 2. Okay, so if we look at the game number, tells you how many players there are, what kind of shields you've got. So basically the default game mode is fireball, which is the slow ball, 4 players, catch, shields. So what we want to play with is game number 4, which is 1 player with 3 computer controlled players, catch, shields, because that's a bit more interesting. And we'll go with fireballs for now. Oh, does ball speed F? Does F mean fireball or? No, F means fast. That's confusing. So ball speed is fast by default. Okay, well, let's give it a go and see how we get on. So I just need to power that off. Game select round to game number 4. 1 player, fast and catch. And game reset. And we begin. So I am the yellow shield in the top left corner. And I'm battling against the 3 computer-controlled warlords. I don't know which of the warlords I am. I like to think I'd like to be Restivo because he has the best name. You can see we're getting a bit of destruction going down on purple in the bottom right. Ooh, nearly hit his warlord, but not quite. Not quite close enough, but he's getting pretty close to defenseless. Now, in order to score a point, you need to be last one standing, so it doesn't really matter if you're the one who knocks someone out, or if you knock out the most blocks. If you're not the last one standing at the end of a round, then no points for you. That's it, Green. You just keep killing yourself. That's excellent. Blue's starting to have some trouble as well. I'm also having a bit of difficulty. Oh, purple is down. Oh, come on, blue. Come on, blue. Blue has killed himself. Magnificent. Oh, ooh, so close. So close. And a point to me. Lovely stuff. That's very unfortunate for Green there. Oh dear. Now you might notice whenever a wall gets hit, there's this this white flash, and you can just about see the warlord and their shield. That is the ghost of the defeated player, and I believe that they can still sort of interact with the battle to a certain degree. So if you see any sort of strange bouncing happening down in the bottom left corner, it's because of the ghost of Green. Blue's got his defense pretty much stitched up at the top there. You're going to have to do something clever to get past him. Or just let him kill himself. That seemed to work pretty well last time. Oops. Catch. Throw. Nice. Just you and me, Blue. Nope. Alright, come on, get the angle right. That's not the right angle, is it? How about here? Nope, definitely not. This is a panel-controlled game, by the way, if that wasn't already clear. So, in the original Atari 2600 version, you would have been using the panel controllers, which are the sort of dial controllers that you turn left and right in order for full analog control over your position. Oh no! That's upsetting. Deeply upsetting. But yes, as always in Atari Flashback Classics, in this we're making use of simulated panel controls, which use the analog stick. And they take a little bit of getting used to because they're very sensitive. Much like a real paddle, basically. But on a real paddle, you have more of a sort of physical feeling of what the limits of the controller are. Whereas on an analog stick, it doesn't quite have the same natural feel as a paddle, is the thing. And so it takes a bit of practice to get your head round exactly how this works. And I've given this piece of advice on every single paddle control game that we've played on this collection so far. On the off chance you haven't seen any of them, I will provide it one more time. And that is, in order to make these virtual panel controls a little bit more manageable, what I recommend you do is you find a good neutral position. So push either straight up or straight down on the controller to establish where your neutral position is. And then simply rotate your thumb around the perimeter of the analog stick. That gives a feel that's reasonably similar to what it feels like to turn the dial on a paddle controller, and allows you precise enough control. So you can see from how the yellow shield is moving that I can actually be reasonably precise. I can put it wherever I want it just by moving my thumb carefully around the perimeter of the analog stick housing. Now you can also use the D-pad if you prefer. The D-pad has some sort of acceleration on it, so it's not quite as accurate, but for some people it's a little bit easier to understand. So if you do really struggle with the analog virtual panel controls in Atari Flashback Classics, give the D-pad a go. And if you really struggle there, you can turn on what's called relative control mode, which is a more conventional, you push left, it moves a little bit left sort of control scheme. Oh, me versus blue again. I don't like this. He's not got any wall, but actually getting it past him is proving very troublesome. Oh, I've just got to get that position perfect. Right there. Got him! Nice! Alright, 2 points to me. You gonna kill yourself again, Green? Just passed it straight to Green. Yeah, this is a really fun multiplayer game. As you can probably imagine, it's very competitive. Lots of entertaining trash talk involved. Oh no! Oh no. And it's particularly good because of how easy it is to understand. I mean, it's basically 4-player Breakout in many ways. So as long as you can get your head round how to actually move the shields, which most people should be able to get a decent understanding of pretty quickly, even if they're not super familiar with the virtual paddle controls in this version. Then, yeah, anyone can enjoy this very easily. Oh, this is going to go on forever, isn't it? Oh, no, 1 to purple. The only one who hasn't scored yet is green. I like that each of the computer opponents sort of has a slightly different behaviour. So they move at different speeds. Blue is very defensive. Green is sort of fairly chilled out about everything. Fond of catching it. Come on, purple. You're going down. Right. Go on, get him. There we go. Nicely done. Come on, green. Help me take out blue. Oh, there's a hole in my defences. No, that's hitting. There we go. Down goes blue. Now all I have to do is take out green, which shouldn't be too difficult, because green is not terribly competent. His slow movement means you can pretty much bait him over there and then just fire it through at him. And oh no. Gotcha. Right, 3 to me. 2 more points to win. So if we can get everyone to take out blue and purple first, that seems to be the strategy here. Blue really taken only 1 block of damage so far. That needs to change. Alright, well, green. You had your chance. And you blew it. If I can just get purple to take care of blue, that'd be great. Oh no, it's me on blue again. I don't like being one-on-one with blue. Oh! Ooh, that was very close. I'm staying right here because that was a good position. Right about there. Yes! 4 to me. Match point! Oh, and everyone get blue. Purple, I will pass directly to you. Get blue. Or I'll get you. Green, you're just not a threat at all. Oh, I don't like it. My walls are getting a bit thin, but blue is seriously at risk of taking himself out there. Come on. I got this. Pew! Oh, no. Just fired it straight into the arms of green. Oh, I'm vulnerable. I'm very vulnerable. Green is down. Purple is down. Oh, it's me on blue. Match point. Right, where's that prime position? There it is. Right, give me that just before the turn. Just before the turn. And... oh, no! Oh. This is tense. This is too tense. Come on. I got you. Yes! Victory! Victory is mine. Anyway, so that's Warlords. And all the other variations are just little twists on that. Basically, play with different numbers of human players, play with the slower balls if you prefer, and play with the catch facility turned off as well. I actually changed the dynamic of the game quite a bit because there's sort of less time to strategize, I guess. So the way I was taking out blue in those last few rounds there by getting carefully into position and that sort of thing, that would only be possible in catch mode. If we were just using ricochet modes, then yeah, those matches would have unfolded quite differently, I'm sure. But anyway, I think that's probably enough for you to get an idea of how Warlords works. It's a really fun game, perhaps limited appeal in single player, but if you have some friends over and the opportunity to play it together with at least one friend, then there's a lot of fun to be had here. And I'm looking forward to playing the arcade version a bit on the Evercade VS when those cartridges finally come in and when the system finally releases, because some 4-player action of the arcade version should be great fun on the TV. Anyway, we'll leave that there for today. That was Warlords for Atari 2600. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.